Yo, fight family. I'm still in the fight mobile, man. Alright. That's my southern accent for the day. Let me break something down now. Everybody is saying Francis Ngannou need a sports psychologist, but I'm gonna save all that money and tell you what's up. Now, Ngannou came in, both he and Derek Lewis were playing the fight safe. Now, Ngannou gave an apology that he came into the fight with fear and blah, blah, blah. Alright. Well, yeah, so maybe he did come in the fight with some fear. But here's what happened to it. You cannot train at the performance center every day, live there, come in contact with Dana White, the UFC staff every day, and then go from there directly into fighting. See, the human brain is designed such where you need a mental break. Alright? You need a break. If my boss came home with me every day, that wouldn't be well. That wouldn't go well. Okay? So, I can only imagine what he's going through if he's constantly at work, constantly under pressure to produce. At some point, you start to get demotivated, especially when people going around saying that you're an egomaniac. Now, I will admit, Ngannou talk trash every now and then. But when he gets his butt whooped, he'll come back and tell you exactly what happened. He won't pull any punches or make any excuses. No, the sun was in my eye. No, I had an injury before. None of that type of stuff. He won't argue with the judges. He'll just be, it is what it is, and he'll keep moving. So for Dana White to say he's an egomaniac, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. But the man needs a mental break from training at the performance center. He needs a camp that's outside of the scope of Dana White, outside of the scope of the performance center. You can't be at work every day, take your work home with you every day. He needs to have a gym, go to somewhere where he can train, get a mental break, hang out with other people, talk with other people. Now, if you're at a performance center and there's something bothering about your boss or about the UFC as a company, you can't say anything because, hey, listen, a narcissist like Dana White is going to have people who he plants everywhere to collect every scrap of information because he's insecure about himself. You see what I'm saying? So it's not an environment where you can speak your mind freely. And Daniel Cormier, God bless his heart, he's a nice guy, but he's a company man. You know, he's not gonna, if he has a concern or a problem with the company, he's not gonna speak up. He's not gonna vocalize that. You know. So I'm gonna say, if Ngannou leaves the performance center, go to American Kickboxing Academy or go somewhere else to train, get a mental break, he'll do way better coming back in. That's what the real problem is. That's what the real problem is. So Dana White knows his training schedule. He went to France, maybe on some personal or something to take care of some business. All of a sudden, Dana White has a problem with him going to France and that type of stuff. You can't be micromanaged like that. You need space to breathe. That's what I think the real problem is happening with Ngannou. Once he gets some space to breathe, exposure to different types of training camps, and you'll notice in this fight he had his hands up like this, protecting his head, and he was moving in and backing out and a lot of head movements. So obviously he's been training and he's switching between stance and fighting styles. So obviously he's putting some work in, but I believe that just the stress of working, living, being around Dana White, the performance center, just having them know everything about you, micromanage your schedule, micromanage you, that's enough to drive anybody crazy, bro. Anybody crazy. So I believe once he moves away from there, he'll do better. He doesn't need anything more from the performance center. I think they've done enough to screw this man real good. Yeah, he just needs a break from them. Then the next thing it's just me, but I think Ngannou, he's only been in martial arts a short period of time. And to be in there a short period of time and to come as far as he's come, that says a lot about him. He's not coming from an Olympic wrestling background and all them type of stuff. He's just getting his feet settled and digging in. So give the man some credit. I mean, I've been doing martial arts since I was 16 years old. Probably 12. And I couldn't have half of what this guy's doing. I couldn't have half of what this guy's doing. So give the man some credit. And Derek Lewis, I give him some credit too. And one of the things I also knows about this pay-per-view is that Ngannou got paid what, like 100,000. Derek Lewis got paid 150. So I don't think the money is right for them two guys. And a lot of people saying Ngannou should be cut, but you don't want to cut Ngannou. That's not the move you don't want to do. You don't have enough exciting, explosive fighters in the heavyweight division. You cut Ngannou, Bellator will scoop him up, shower him with money, and then after Bellator does that, he will take. They'll come looking for Derek Lewis next. They'll come for Cain Velasquez next. Now listen, they already have Bellator already has Lito Machida, right? And I'm telling you, next they're gonna get Anderson Silva. There's no doubt in my mind they're gonna have Silva. Then once they get Silva, they're gonna come knocking for other big names in the UFC. And once they start scooping your talent, it's gonna be way more difficult for you to build your brand, because every time you get somebody hot, that person gets stolen. So let's give Ngannou a break. Otherwise, UFC gonna have to keep running for wrestlers. Now, they try to get momentum going with CM Punk. God bless his heart. He's a good guy. Gave it his all, and I think he'll keep trying. So they brought Brock Lesnar back in. Now, mind you, DC says that he's not gonna fight cheaters, but he's fighting Brock Lesnar, the owner of the Juice Man 2004 award. Brock's a juicer, but yet DC's gonna fight a juicer. You see how that works? Nah. The double standards that the UFC is showing, and the disregard for Ngannou right now is kind of I don't like that. Let the fighters work the issues out. Dana White, he should be promoting, not getting in people's personal business or whatever. Just do your job as a promoter, man. All right, guys. 2 cents on the fight here. Peace out. Ngannou needs a break from the performance center. That's all it is.